Alright, so situational problems involving ellipse. Alright, so a tunnel has the shape of a semi-ellipse that is 15 feet high at the center and 36 feet across at the base. At most, how high should the passing track be if it is 12 feet wide for it to be able to fit through the tunnel? Right, so first statement, a tunnel has the shape of a semi-ellipse. Semi-ellipse, the tunnel's description. Semi means half, ellipse means the third conic sections discussed in every pre-calculus courses. Alright, so this one is a ellipse-related problem. So, let me use this pencils na lang to illustrate. So, the base of the tunnel, so this one is like the lane, is, 36 feet, no? 36 feet. But the first measurement mentioned pala is the 15 feet height. So, for instance, this one is the height of the semi-ellipse tunnel. So, 15 feet high, and it has 36 feet measurement across the base. So, the term across is crucial, no? When you say across kasi lahat. So, if it's 36 feet, so we can safely assume that the lane is actually possible na one lane lang siya. Okay? Pero hindi kasi clarify. Well, kung 2 lanes yun, kung 1 lane yun, tapos may mag 2 lanes, anyway, it will cause trouble. So, focus na lang tayo dun sa tunnel. Okay? So, 15 feet, 36 across. This is not a circle, no? If it is a circle, if this is 15, all throughout, up to the base lane, it's 15. 15, 15, 15. But since we are talking about semi-ellipse, the height of that 15 will not satisfy the measurement below. Kasi pa-oblong. Ganun sa ellipse. Now, in circle, it's called radius. But in ellipse, you will not call it radius. You'll call it A, B, or C. This one, from the center, I will map this illustration later where I'll put the center at the origin. So from that origin to the top, that's called the co-vertex. The measurement of the center to the co-vertex is symbolized as B. So B is equal to 15. Something like that. Next, this one, from the center to this point, this one is called the vertex in ellipse. So if this is the vertex, then center to vertex, its measurement is actually labeled as letter A. So you have the B, you have the A. Those are the two important details that you need to have to write the standard equation of the ellipse. This case kasi, you will not be troubled kasi the center is at the origin. I'll map it out on the origin so as to make the computations more simple. And then, what's the next thing to do? Let me show you the illustration. Right, so, where's my pencil? Okay, so, na-spoil na kayo. Nakita nyo na sa baba. Ito yung lane sa baba. 36. So, this is the center that I am talking about. From the center to the vertex, that's 18. And 18 across, that's 36. Its height is 15. So, according to the problem, you are asked to identify, no? At most, how high should the passing track be if it is 12 feet wide? Ako, I'm assuming talaga that this problem is one lane lang. The tunnel should be one lane. Okay? Why? Because if we're going to put the track, and this rectangular broken line is actually the image of a track. Okay, so if it's 12 feet wide, I have to put it in the middle, exactly in the middle. Why middle? Because if we're going to decide to put that track from 0 to this negative 12, because it's 12 feet high, 12 feet wide. And then draw an image of a rectangle there showing na image yun ng track, maybe front view or back view. It's quite delicate kasi it might bump dun sa track, pwedeng maging masangga pa. So the safest lane siguro ang magiging decision talaga ng driver, gigitna ako. Kasi sa gitna, din yung highest kasi na height ng tunnel. Dun yung mas mataas eh. So, if mataas yung truck ko, mas less yung damage na marireceive ko. So, the question is, at most, how high should the passing track be if it is 12 feet wide? So, lagay natin sa gitna. Tapos, sure tayo na hindi lalagpas ng 15 feet wide yan. 15 feet yung track. Meron ba nun? Track that measures 15 feet wide? I don't know. So, sure tayo hindi lalagpas ng 15, no? Now, the next thing to do here is to, continue natin construction ng line dito. Up to the point where we will meet an edge dun sa taas. Meeting point sa ellipse na tunnel. Okay? So, yun yung highest peak. Yan na yung pinaka-tatamaan ng tunnel kapag matangkad yung track. Right? Okay, so, meeting that or extending that, we will have a point. And since we map this one on a Cartesian plane with center at the origin, we can identify that its coordinate is 6. Because I'm sure of it, because I have started my construction at that point. And then, for its y, we should base on our y-axis. That is the thing that we don't know. What is the exact height kaya? Okay, so therefore, I have written there 6 and y, a variable, an unknown variable, to which we can identify if we know the standard equation of this ellipse. Okay, ellipse-shaped tunnel. Elliptical shaped tunnel. So how to do that? How to derive the standard equation of an ellipse? Okay, so again, this is your A and this is your B. This is 18 and this is the 15. Okay, so in writing the standard equation, there are four formulas, no? This one is for the vertical, this one is for the horizontal ellipse with center at the origin. And these two, we will not be able to use this one because they are for horizontal and vertical ellipse with center at HK. Because we have mapped out our problem on a Cartesian plane with center at 0, 0, then we will choose between these two. Hey, is it vertical or is it horizontal? So trust your observation. The trick here is to, again, observe the given. Since you know that the vertices are horizontally aligned, that means to say, the ellipse is horizontal. Ganun lang. If the foci are given, and if they are horizontally aligned, then same. They are horizontal ellipse. Pero dito, the one thing that we can use as a clue are the vertices. Since they are horizontally aligned, then therefore, the ellipse is horizontal. So we will use this one. We will use this template. How to use this template? Just change the A, change the B. Where is A, or what is A, what is B? A is the 18 and B is the 15. So, substituting it to this one, we will have, A is 18, B is 15, squared. Right? Simplifying that, you will have x squared over 324 plus y squared over 225 equals 1. Okay, so next step, we have the standard equation of an ellipse, this kind of ellipse specifically. So what we have to do is to go back to the problem. The idea is to look for this y, the height of that, highest possible height of that track. We know it's x, but we don't know it's y. So, since it should satisfy this equation, we have to plug in 6 into x and plug in y into y. Of course, y will be the only variable that will remain unknown. Then we can solve for y algebraically. So, what will happen? From this, we will change our x into 6 squared, y squared remain. So you have numerous ways in order for you to solve this one. But in my solving, what I did, I simplified this one. That's 36 over 324, or decimal 0.11. And then y squared over 225 remained equals 1. I have to leave y alone. There's 0.11, there's 225. Again, you have numerous ways to do that. But in this case, I'll remove the 0.11 using subtraction property of equality, or simply transpose it to the right side. It will become negative. So y squared over 225 equals 1 minus 0.11. And 1 minus 0.11 is equal to 0.89. Again, you have numerous ways to solve this one, but here, I want to remove the 225 by contrasting it. So, what's the contrast of it? That's 1 over 225. The reciprocal is 225. Like this one, oh. So, I will multiply this one to 225 so I can cancel them. And since this is an equation, what I should do on the left side, I should also do it on the right side. That's why there's 225. Multiply it by 0.89. So, ito siya. From here, naging ganito na. Then, so y squared is alone. 225 times 0.89 is 200.25. And then lastly, taking the square root of both sides, y is equal to 200.25 or 14.15 feet. Exactly as what we have predicted. It did not pass or exceeded 15 feet marking. Okay, so thus the truck should be at most 14.15 feet high for it to be able to fit through the tunnel. Okay.